Why is Ruto's popularity declining so fast? Why is he becoming unpopular day by day? As we speak, the opinion poll are putting Raila Amolo Odinga at 49% and William Samoei Ruto at 39%. And you remember, there was a time that Ruto was hitting over 60% when Raila Amolo Odinga was actually hitting 10-12%. I want to look at a number of reasons why Ruto's popularity is crumbling. And before I do that, if you're here for the first time, kindly hit the red button, subscribe if you have not. For our viewers, subscribers, kindly hit the thumbs up button and comment. For those who are watching us from abroad, kindly let me know where you're watching us from. The first reason, in my view, is because of Rigathi Gachagua. Rigathi Gachagua is a disaster. Rigathi Gachagua is a tragedy. And with his stale tongue, ambapo wakati wote anaanza kuongea, he put his foot in the mouth. You expect him to eat so many votes. Kumbuka vile ambavyo anaigilia kanisa. There was a time he was saying that the police uniform should be donated to the Women Guild in the PCA church. And everybody was mad. Yesterday, he was saying that he was describing the Kalenjin community as cattle rustlers. All of them, according to him, are cattle rustlers. And many other things that he has been doing. The second reason why this is happening is because of Raila Amolo's determination to win the presidency. And when you look at Raila Amolo Odinga, he is hitting the road like nobody's business. He's campaigning like in his 35 years. In fact, he's campaigning, you would imagine that this man is a youth. Unrelenting Raila Amolo Odinga is coming out so strongly. And people are now moving from Raila, not from Raila. They're starting to move from Ruto to Azimio. Hili ni jambo ambalo Ruto mwenyewe hakuwa akitarajia. But this is what is happening. The other reason, in my view, is because of Uhuru Kenyatta's tactical retreat. Uhuru Kenyatta retreated without surrendering. You know, in politics, sometimes it is good to retreat and organize yourself. Retreating does not mean that you're winning. You may win the battle, but you lose the war. And Ruto is losing the war, despite winning the battle initially. Kwa wakati ambapo Uhuru Kenyatta retreated, kile ambacho kilitokea ni kwamba Ruto had nothing to say now against Uhuru Kenyatta. Kwa sababu Uhuru haongei, hafanyi chochote. And unajua simba mwenda kimya ndiye hula nyama. The other reason, in my view, is because of financial crisis in UDA. Kuna ukosefu wa fedha, kuna kukosa pesa, kuna hii hali ya walipa hata wale vijana, the facilitators who are facilitating the various meetings, those who are organizing, those who are putting tents, those who are campaigning. Watu wa dudhi wamekosa watu wa kuwekea mafuta motorbikes, watu wa tuktuk, akina mama wa soko wamekosa pesa. Kwa hivyo, unlike in the past where Ruto would go and throw 20 million in the market, it is no longer the case. He has nothing to throw in the market. Unajua ni kuna zitupa kama takataka, because that time I think he had a lot of money. The other reason is because of a lot of friction within Kenya Kwanza. This infighting between UDA and tuliona kina Kabogo, kina Moses Kuria, kina Kiojori, tuliona wakilalamika wakisema vile ambavyo wamepuuzwa, vile ambavyo wametegwa. So this one has not been auguring well in Kenya Kwanza, and this one is eating Ruto, is destroying Ruto's ambition. The other reason is because of so many contradictions within Kenya Kwanza, especially from William Samoei Ruto. Mara anasema hivi, kesho anasema hivi. What he means is not what he is saying. What he is saying is not what he means. And he's a master of doublespeak. We know this. And these contradictions can only make people learn away from him. because people cannot trust him. People can see that when you become a man of contradictions, when you become a man who eat your own words, utapata ya kwamba watu watakutoroka, watu watakuamini, watu watakuja kuchukulia kama mtu ambaye is not sure of what he's doing or what he's saying. The other reason, in my view, is because we have realized that majority of Kenyans voters who are above that 5 are people who are associating themselves with Raila Amolo Odinga. Even the opinion polls are showing that majority of the people who are above the age of the youth, above that 5 years, are supporting Azimio. And the number of registered voters are only 8 million in Kenya. And even the youth now are shifting towards Azimio. Kwa hivyo mambo ambayo yanamtatiza sana William Samoei Ruto. And kile ambacho tunaona ni kwamba these people are people who are mature. They are people who can tell. They are people who are settled. You know, life begins at 40. And this is where you have the majority of voters in Kenya. Kwa hivyo kile ambacho kilichopo ni kwamba watu sasa wamekuja kugundua kwamba, you know, these are the people who look at life with a different perspective. I like the youth ambao wao wanaangalia leo. These people who are following Raila Amolo Odinga, they are people who can be able to see 50 years from now. They think of a generation, whereas the youth think of the present time. When you reach the 40 years, you start thinking about your children, you start thinking about your country, and this is what is happening. And that is why they are trooping towards Azimio, because you see, Azimio is preaching hope, is preaching unity. Kwamba labda baba akazungumzia akaita Azimio la umoja, kwa sababu he is trying to bring Kenyans together. The other reason is because of the coming of Wajakoya. The coming of Wajakoya is very detrimental to William Samoei Ruto. Kwa sababu Wajakoya is appealing to the bag smokers, those people who love marijuana, those people who agree with this policy. And these are the people who have been supporting Ruto. Na wengi sasa wameanza kutoroka wakienda kwake. And I don't be surprised if Wajakoya get more than 3 million votes. Hili ni jambo ambalo linawezekana. I've been listening to the youth. I've been listening to people speaking in the marketplaces. I've been listening to people in bus stages. I've been listening to people in matatus. I've been listening to people in Juakali. Lakini kusema ukweli, Wajakoya ana watu wake. Na kile ambacho kinafanyika ni kwamba utapata the youth are very very happy with what Wajakoya is proposing. Na hii tunajua kwamba these are the people who have been supporting William Samoei Ruto. So the coming of Wajakoya is very bad news for Ruto, kwa sababu kile ambacho tunaona kwamba huenda ikawa labda amekuja hapa kimakusudi. Na you know, sometimes when Waswahili nasema kwamba siku ya kufa nyani miti yote utereza. This is what we are fighting. Miti yote imetereza. Na jambo lingine ambalo nafikiri limekuja kumtafuta kummaliza Ruto ni unapoangalia watu wake, wafuasi wake, utaona kwamba especially those people who are nominated, you realize that there are so many independent candidates in UDA in Kenya Kwanza, even in Kalenjin land. Utapata kwamba kuna wengine wako na vyama vingi ambavyo vinampiga hata kule kama kile cha Isaac Ruto, chama cha mashinani sijui something like that. Na pia unapoangalia independent candidates like Alfred Ketel, akina Muzeki, utapata wako pale watu wenye nguvu, watu wenye mali, na unajua mwenye nguvu mpishe. So what we have in there is these independent candidates. Like now, you saw what Kabogo is saying now. Kabogo is completely associating himself with Ruto. Even Wainaina Wajagu is also associating himself completely with Ruto. So these people can only bring votes to Baba, and they can only deny votes to one Samoei Ruto. So Ruto must be very much afraid, because what we are seeing now is that maybe by the time we go to the elections, because we have just about 2 days to the elections, by the time we go to the elections, I can see Ruto being defeated, complete. And if you get more than that %, I'm beginning to doubt now. Initially, I thought he would give Baba a run for his money. But what we are experiencing now, we are seeing a one-man race. We have only one horse now. The other one is limping. The other one is sick. The other one is sick in the head. And the only one that is running is Baba's horse, which is running so fast and is just about to complete the race. Kindly subscribe to this channel. I remain yours, Gashis Kaiman, the tallest man in Black Africa. Bye-bye.